Hey guys, welcome back to another Cardfight Empire video. This one is going to be our future fight about Nociel, but first I have a few things to say. First of all, if you guys checked my Twitter, you would have known I made a quick tweet about why I haven't had a video out this week yet. So my work schedule actually changed, so I'm going to be changing my video schedule to Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So that's a thing. And that will be a thing until further notice. That way, we'll also cover the weekends that I go to events and whatnot. Also, my birthday was this week on Wednesday. That's another reason why I didn't record a video. But anyways, I'm here now. This was supposed to be Thursday's video, but I'm actually recording on Saturday. So I'm going to record a couple more videos either right now or tonight to cover the videos that should have been out for Friday and Saturday, and then tonight as well I'm going to be recording the my 500 subscriber giveaway video, so stay tuned for that. But anyways, we are getting right into the GB8 build. We're going to be talking about Nociel today. Like I said, I believe that's the best Angel Feather build that you can possibly build, and the GB8 surprisingly works kind of well with it. Like, I didn't really like the GB8 before, but now I kind of do. So let's load up the deck, and then we'll flip our strides. So yeah, while I'm flipping this, I would just like to say thank you guys all. I know I've said it before, but thank you guys all for making my channel a thing. It's all because of you guys that I am able to do what I am able to do, and for that I am very grateful to you guys, and I appreciate the support and all of you that push me on a regular basis. So yeah, thank you for that. But talking about our grade 3s first, we are going to have 4 Love Sniper Nociel. Now I thought about running the 4 grade 3 build that Japan runs for Nociel, but when I was trying it out, there was just too many times that I didn't get to grade 3 without G-assisting, and I really hated that because sometimes I needed the cards in my hand, and I had to get rid of them, which wasn't pleasant for me, so I'd rather just not do that. But yeah, we do have a 4 Love Sniper Nociel. She's like one of the main reasons that the Nociel deck is, as I always say, guard or no guard, they always plus. Counterblast 1, when a Nociel card is put into the damage zone, like when you take a damage or you put a card there by the effect that has Nociel in its name, you can counterblast 1 and put that card into your hand if it's face up, and then put the top card of your deck into the damage zone. So sometimes you just hit Nociel, 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 and then you're able to counterblast all these counterblasts and then get free cards. So it's really insane. We run 2 Black Shiver Gavriel as our backup. Black Shiver Gavriel, nothing really to say about it. It kind of has a Nurse of Broken Heart like skill as its GB2, and then its on stride skill is counterblast 1, look at the top 3 cards, put one into the damage zone, and choose a card that's face up and call it out, and then that card gets plus 2k. Also, Nociel's like on-place Vanguard skill is choose a card from your hand and put into the damage zone and add a card to your hand. So it's really good for filtering, especially if you don't have stride fodder, like right when you ride and there's a stride fodder in your damage zone, you can go ahead and grab that and then stride. We run 12 grade 2s, 4 of the grade 2 Nociel, of course. We're running 4 of every Nociel in existence, basically, because we want to hit as many Nociels as possible in the damage zone. They also have pretty good effects for what they are, in my opinion. But this Nociel, when it's placed, it just lets you exchange a card from your hand and your damage. Nurse of Broken Heart, whenever a card's put into the damage zone, your Vanguard and it gets plus 2k, so this is how you make your big power columns to attack. And then you have Sariel. Sariel is really just used in this deck to get either a Nociel into the damage zone or a PG. Sariel can literally search your deck. I call it the deck searcher because you can search your deck for anything you want and then put it into the damage zone, and then with this deck you're going to be able to grab that card out of the damage zone, so you can use it for any purpose, for searching anything you might need. Then we have 4 stride fodder, pretty basic, 4 unflipped PGs, 4 of my favorite cards in the entire deck, Battle Cupid Nociel. This card is so good. Like this card says when it's placed on Guardian Circle, exchange a card. So exchange a card with your damage zone in your hand. So you put a card from your hand into the damage zone, then you get a card back from your damage zone. So the reason why this card is so important to me is because in conjunction with this card and Nurse of Broken Heart on the field, you just plus and you get power to your Vanguard. So it's really, really good. Then we have 2 Nurse of Smash Heart. I thought about running 1, but I like 2 better instead because sometimes you just don't run into it as often when you run 1. But Nurse of Smash Heart says whenever a card is put into the drop zone from your damage zone, you can Soul Blast 1 and draw a card. So this means either when you use Rescue or when you heal. When you get a heal trigger, you heal a damage. So then we have a 1000 Ray Pegasus, kind of to act as a 5th of Broken Heart, just on the offensive turns to gain power, because I just wanted space for one more good attacker. So 1000 Ray Pegasus can be a really good attacker in this deck. As our starter, we have Hope Child Turiel. Turiel says if you have an Angel Feather Vanguard, it gains an Axe skill, which is Counterblast 1 and put it into the soul, and then you choose a Angel Feather from your hand, put it into your damage zone, and then you can choose a card from your damage zone and put it into your hand. So Hope Child, if you take a lot of damage in the early game and you don't have a Love Sniper Nociel in your hand, but you do have a Sariel in your hand, you can go ahead and Sariel and put a Love Sniper in your hand and then put something else to the drop zone, and then use Turiel to Counterblast 1 and put into your soul, and then choose the Angel Feather, put it in, and then grab the Nociel. So that's a play that takes only 2 Counterblasts. Yeah. Keep in mind that with Sariel, you'll always want to have 2 open Counterblasts when you're using it. I always consider it even a Counterblast 2, even though it's only Counterblast 1, because the card that you do search, you have to put into your damage zone face up, and then you have to heal a damage essentially that is face up. So if you search a card and you counterblasted the other card, then you're gonna have to put to the drop zone the card you just searched, and most likely you're not searching it to put it to the drop zone. We have 1 Refros because it is limited to 1. This card's super good. You can counterblast 1, put it on top of the deck, and then choose 2 cards from your damage zone and put them on top of your deck. So you can choose triggers. You can put triggers into your damage zone all the time, and then use Refros to put them back into the deck. And then Refros puts 2 cards into your damage zone, and then you draw a card. It also helps pump 1000 Ray Pegasus and Nurse of Broken Heart pretty well. So then we have 4 Happy Bell Nociel. Just like all the other Nociels, it exchanges the card with your hand and damage, but it requires that you play it and then shove it into Soul. Nothing much to say about that. It's just another Nociel that if we damage check it, Love Sniper can go off. We run 4 Surgery Angel. Surgery Angel is such a good card. At the end of the battle that it boosts, you can counterblast 1 and put this unit back into your deck. So you're already putting back a stand. And then you shuffle your deck and you choose a card from your damage zone, heal it, and then you take a damage. You rescue check. So the damage checks do count, and so if you hit a stand off of that, you're able to just stand. So let's say that I'm attacking with a 11k Nurse of Broken Heart, boosted by Surgery Angel, so it's 15. And then when I use Rescue, I rescue a card and I hit a stand trigger. Then I stand Broken Heart, and it gains 2k from its own skill, and then it gains 5k from the stand trigger. So it's already went from 11 to 18. So it's very, very good. You can get high columns in this deck very quickly. We do run 3 Tamiel, and it's just a cute girl stand trigger to replace the fact that we don't have 4 Refros anymore. Then we run the new heal trigger Black Medic Edilith. Edilith, you never really use the Soul Blast effect because you use your soul for Nurse of Smash Heart, but it's really just in there to look cool, I guess. But as for our Stride Zone, we run 4 Holy Seraph Nociel. Holy Seraph Nociel at the end of the battle that it attacked lets you shove 2 cards into the soul if you have a heart, or sorry, not into the soul. You shove 2 cards into the damage zone, and then you pull 2 cards out. And then if you called any cards out that have Nociel in his name, they get plus 5,000 power. And you can only use this card's effect when you're on Nociel the Grade 3. So then we have 4 Black Seraph Gavriel. Gavriel's Stride is very, very good, especially when you have Nurse of Broken Hearts on the field, because Rescue is just really good with them. But Nurse or Black Seraph Gavriel lets you counterboss 1 and flip a Gavriel during your main phase, and then until the end of the turn, it gains 2 skills. The first one is during the battle phase. When your card is put into the damage zone, you can choose up to 2 units and they get plus 2,000 power, so it gives it a Nurse of Broken Heart like skill. And then the other skill is Rescue 2. At the end of the battle that this unit attacked, choose 2 cards from your damage zone, heal them, and then choose one of your Vanguards and deal 2 damage. So basically Rescue check 2. We run one of the GB8. The GB8 lets you, when it attacks a Vanguard, all the units in your front row get 2,000 power for every face-up card in your damage zone, and then you get to choose up to 5 cards from your damage zone, heal them, and then choose your Vanguard, and for each damage healed, you deal 1 damage, and the trigger checks apply. So you basically choose up to 5 cards from your damage zone, and you rescue check them, which is really good. Especially in the late game when you only have like stands in your deck. Pretty good. You have Holy Seraph Zerakiel. We only run Zerakiel really in case we have to ride Gavriel, so it can get us to GB2 quickly, and then we can start like going through our deck to try to find Nociel, and then when we get Nociel, we immediately ride it. So yeah. So then we have 1 Sabreeze if our opponent tries to do foolish things, and then we have 2 Eliath, the G Guardian. So you Soul Blast 1. This is another reason why you never use the regular heal trigger effect, because this G Guardian also requires a Soul Blast 1. So you Soul Blast 1 and you turn the G Guard face up, and then this card gets plus 5,000 shield for each face up card in your damage zone. So beware that it says face up, guys. So I kind of like misread that in one of my games, and I guarded with it thinking that it was going to be like a 46, and it was really like a 36 because I only had 3 face up and I had 5 damage. So yeah. So then we have 3 Suriel. Suriel just says counterboss 1 when it's put on the guard circle. You look at the top card of your deck, and you can put it on the top or the bottom of your deck, and then you choose 1 card from your damage zone, heal it, and then you rescue check 1. So that's a pretty simple G-Guard, honestly. It works really well with Nurse of Broken Heart and Nociel. If you check the top card of your deck and the card that you check is Nociel, and you want to just leave it there so that you can get the card off a Nociel skill, by all means, really good. And then you get another damage check as well, damage check by Nociel skill, where you just put a card into your damage zone. But moving into the first match, looks like the first match we are playing against the new Zodiac Time Beast deck. Our beginning hand was not that great. We don't have a grade 3 in our hand. Until now, we just drew a Gavriel, which is not really what we want, but you know, it is what it is. I told the guy to use his remove from game zone as his bind zone, so it'd make it easier. And then it made it really sad because we hit the Nociel grade 3 on the damage check, but wait, we don't have to be sad because we play Angel Feather. So we just played the Nociel on the rearguard circle and got the grade 3. He does check a crit, causing us to take 2 damage, which is unfortunate. But we do ride Nociel and add a card to our hand, and our another check is Nociel, and another check is Nociel, which we wish that we could use it again, but we only have 3 counterblasts, so we can't. But we did just plus a whole bunch. So we do decide to play a field. We attack for 14, he guards, we attack for 16, check a heal trigger power, and then check a stand trigger power. And then he checks a crit, fortunately for him, so he is able to avoid one of the attacks. Unfortunately for him, he has to G-assist, and then he misses it. I don't even know what kind of deck he's playing. Maybe it's not ratioed out that well, but he did try to attack my Nurse of Broken Heart, and I just guarded it because I want that. So we did Sabreeze, and that's another thing in this deck. You can like manipulate your damage around, like your open counterboss and stuff, and then you can Sabreeze at like optimal times. So we did attack 31, and we check a stand trigger, stand empower to Broken Heart. He does guard it again, and then he does G-assist again. This time he gets it and he goes on to Drastic Colossus. And he gets rid of 2 cards. And 2 cards from the G zone. And then he uses, oh, okay, so he uses his starter skill, and then to stride, he uses Ultra Dragon skill. So then he uses Tiger, and then his starter, and then his Vanguard, he's checking top 5, and he puts 2 into the bind zone, shuffles. If the cards in bind zone are 5 or more, he countercharges 1 and then gets plus 2k for every card in the bind zone. So he's well over 5. And then he uses this card to counter boss 1, soul boss 1, and call it to the rearguard circle from the bind zone. So we do guard with Nociel just because we can. And then we wanted to take the Vanguard. So he does check a heal, fortunately for him. And then it is our turn again. We stride into Gabriel. We counter boss 1, flip 1. And then we just attack. 15, 14. And then we attack for 31. We do get a stand trigger. And then he takes it. And then we rescue 2. And neither of our rescue checks are triggers. However, we do use Smash Heart skill to soul boss 1, draw 1, and then Nurse a Broken Heart gets the power from that. So back to his turn, he strides into Mystery Freeze Dragon. I was actually pretty scared of this card because if he checks a grade 1 during the effect, then that would mean that I can't guard with my Nociels or my PGs. So I just have to take it and hope that he doesn't double crit me. But I just feel like every time I play against Gear Chronicle, they sack me. So I would rather be safe than sorry. But yeah, he does check a grade 1. And then so I choose to guard the rear guard with Nociel instead. And I use Nociel skill to take another damage. And then I no guard his Vanguard. And he doesn't check any triggers, or sorry, he checks the crit trigger. I forgot that he gets 4 drive checks. But we draw in stride. We go into Gabriel again. Pretty much our most powerful stride. Then we got another Broken Heart to use. So we are using it. And we attack for 16. He takes it, and then we attack for 31. He G-guards into Raphanna, getting a grade 0. And then 3 to pass. So we check a PG, a stand trigger, and a stand trigger. So then we rescue 2. And we take 2. And neither of them are stand triggers. But the power does go up because of Gabriel and Nurse a Broken Heart stacking together. I'm honestly not even sure why he G-guarded there. But I guess it was because it was all he had to guard, I guess. But he used Sentry skill, his starter, and now he's striding into Demiurge, which is beyond fine with us. We are very prepared for Demiurge. So he's using Demiurge's effect to put 12 different Zodiac Time Beasts into the drop zone, and then he's putting 12 cards on top of his deck. Any 12 cards, which are probably stacked to be triggers and heals and whatever. We don't care. We're playing Nociel. So we do have 1 soul. So we are aware that we have 1 soul. And then he attacks us with Demiurge for 45. We do use the new G-guard to soul boss 1 and flip a G-guard. And then it's plus 20k shield basically. So that is 46. And then we use Serial skill to check the top card. And then we perform rescue. So this is a no pass. So he checks triple critical, as expected. And then we just PG the rear guard. Actually, yeah, we decided to use Nociel because it would plus us more. So, yeah, we used Nociel. And then we would have 6 damage healed anyways, which is nuts. But, yeah. So then we shot into the GB8. And then we go right into battle phase. We attack for 14. He does check the heal trigger. So we're guessing they set up like a bunch of heals. So we're not really worried about it. We just keep attacking into him. We're using the GB8 skill to rescue 4. And I know it says, it only says I have 4 cards in my deck, but Area has this weird bug about its replays, so I actually don't have just 4 cards in my deck. But we rescue 4 and get 2 stand triggers. Broken Heart gets all the power from its thing. We get another stand trigger and another stand trigger. So we attack him for 42. And then he hits another another heal trigger, and we attack him for 52. And finally, he's out of heal triggers. So that was the first game. I think that first game was a pretty good example of how good the GB8 can be. It can just force your opponent to do like very extreme plays. Like, I think if a deck can beat Demiurge after you've made the stack, like, it's a pretty good deck. Alright, so moving on to Nociel GB8 deck 2. We were playing against another Gear Chronicle deck because we love playing against Gear Chronicle. This one seems to be a Chronojet build though, so it's different. We just are playing the regular early game. Except for this, like I thought he didn't have a grade 2, but he does, and he just didn't write it, which I didn't think was that smart, but that's just my opinion because I wouldn't have been able to rush him like this. But yeah, now he rides the grade 2, and he attacks my Nociel. I guard it, and then he attacks my Vanguard. I take it, and it's Gabriel. So thank goodness we are able to use Turiel to counterboss 1, put 1 in, and then take the Gabriel out. And then we attack his Vanguard for 9, then 8, it's 1 to pass. So we don't get it, unfortunately. And then he chooses to stay on grade 2, which I don't know why, again. I guess because he wants to stride first, but I don't know. We drew Nociel, so we can start plussing a whole lot. So we hit a Nociel, we hit a Nociel, and we hit a Nociel. So we're able to use the skill a ton of times to plus cards. And then we're using the skill to put a card in, take a card out. And then we're kind of bossing 2 to Sabreeze him. So this is what I was talking about by manipulating your damage, guys, to Sabreeze your opponent. So we get a PG2. He does check a heal, and he doesn't heal because I'm at 5, but he thought that he did, so yeah. He rides Chronojet G. And honestly, like, I think personally that being at 5 against Angel Feather is a terrible position to be in, like, because I can just do so many things to you, and you have to guard, like, all of it. But he's doing Zodiac Time Beast plays. He used Chronojet G to time loop his grade 2 into a grade 3, so you put it back so he gets 2 grade 2s, and that's what I was trying to tell him from Meta Pulsar. And then now he's attacking for 11. I am guarding with Nociel using the skill, putting a card in and taking a card out. And we're really just doing this to get unflip damage. But he does check 3 non-triggers. Unfortunate for him. And I guess he thought that he was able to use Lugal but it has to be a Zodiac Time Beast grade 3 that you check. So I probably should have like let him know that. I don't know why I always forget that that skill like has to be a Zodiac Time Beast. So so yeah, he's taking quite a while. I can't remember if he left the game at this point. We'll wait like a little while longer on the replay, and then we'll see if he ever came back. I think he did, but I wish Area just like with their replays, like cut the actions. So let's say that every action that you take in Area, like you move a card or you shuffle your deck or some way that you interact with the board state, I wish it only took those actions and scrunched them all together instead of making it the actual time of the match that is recorded. That seems like really inefficient for things like these where you want to re-record and put on a YouTube channel or something. I want to say he didn't come back, but I think we got this game anyways. The only reason why I want to say that he does come back is because I didn't put a little. I usually put a little note to myself in the chat that says opponent left game or something like that. So let's actually check. Yeah, I think after our opponent did that and checked 3 non-triggers, I'm pretty sure that they just quit the game. Yeah, okay, yeah, they did quit the game because I recorded an extra one, an extra game in case, or not in case, but because of. So, moving on to game 3. We are playing against, I think, the same Chronojet guy. Maybe not, because his hand is a lot different. I don't know if and why he's running those cards, but, you know. I asked him if he's using starter skill, and then he types back some language that I don't understand, so I assume no. So he no guards, and then it's his turn, and he plays that Pegasus thing, or what is this? Fury Minish Dragon. So I no guard his attacks because in Nociel you at least want to no guard the first 2 damage, so that Nociel can be a solid play for you to go into. So we do attack him for 9, and then we attack his rear guard for 13, and then we attack him for 13, which is 1 to pass. Then he rides. So then we check a heal trigger, power to Vanguard. And then he attacks our Vanguard, we no guard. He has to check 2, or he has to check 1 to pass, but he doesn't get it. And we check the grade 1 Nociel, which is really good. So we use Nociel skill to put 1 in, grab the Gabriel since we don't have stride fodder, and then take a new damage, and then stride into the Nociel stride. So then we just attack 9 to rear guard, then 13 to Vanguard. And then we attack him for 31. And also, I don't know why people, I told him that wasn't a perfect guard, but in reality, it's not a Gear Colossus anyways. So I do check a heal, and then I heal off a damage, and I check a Nociel. And then I think he thought that I was done, but I wasn't done yet. So I put a card in, take a card out, which makes Broken Heart 11, and it makes Nociel 13. So we're getting a lot of tiny pokes in there, which is good, because that's what Angel Feather, or this build, is all about specifically, like getting in those tiny pokes so that we can hurt him real big later. So he drew Chronojet and just rode it instead of striding. So I did say hello to check if he was there. I think he was thinking about quitting, but then he just decided to go ahead, and he tries to move his card horizontally. So I had to tell him that it was in the rules that you can't move rear guards left and right, only up and down. So yeah, that was a thing. So yeah, then I had to click it a bunch of times for him to notice, because I don't think that he spoke English, which is always an awkward thing in the area when you're trying to explain the rules to someone and they don't speak English, and that's the only language that you speak, except for Spanish. Like, I speak a moderate amount of Spanish, so if it was Spanish, I might have been able to explain to him a little better. But yeah, I put the left game notice there, so I think when I told him that he couldn't move that there, he thought that he was going to lose, which he probably was going to lose, based on my hand. So yeah, he did quit the game, which is unfortunate. But I did record, I usually only do 3 games, but I did record a 3rd one or a 4th one, since those were levers. And then this one's an Arakami. So I was kind of sad already because I hate fighting this deck, because I hate Arakami. And by hate, I mean it's so good. Like, I don't like having my cards bound and having no way to get bound cards back in this game. Like, if you think about Yu-Gi-Oh, like, they had removed from play zone, but they also had cards that could get the removed from play cards back. So then we take it, and then he has to check 1 to pass. He doesn't get it. And then we use the grade 2 Nociel skill to take 1 and put 1 out. So we attack Vanguard for 8, because we basically need to be rushing him to get him as high as damage as possible. He rides, and then he calls Shatura. Personally, I think he should have moved the grade 1 back and called Shatura, but that's just my personal opinion. I do know Garden, he gets a crit, so I was kind of sad about that. And then he attacks for 20, so I figured it wasn't worth it, so he can have that card that went to the bind zone. So we Nociel skill into a Surgery Angel, and then we use Sariel to put the grade 1 Nociel in, and then we use Nociel skill. And then we attack Shatura for 8. And we attack Vanguard for 16. Checking his stand trigger. And then we hit him for 13. And he gives us a guard. Unfortunately, I didn't know that he had a Voltage Horn in his hand. But he might have even checked it the previous round. I don't even know. I don't remember the checks. But he uses the on-stride skill to say bye-bye to our Serial. So right now we have a Serial and a Nociel bound, so that he's Thunderstrike 2. And then he uses his stand trigger skill to draw trigger, which is pretty good. And then he uses Chain Bolt skill to bind the card in my drop zone. So we're now at 3 bound. And then he's going to bind my starter, which I should have thought about and just used, but I wasn't thinking about it. Ideally, I should have left my hand as empty as possible for that. But yeah, sorry guys. Yeah, so he tells me to wait a sec. I guess because he's gonna go do something really quick, or maybe I had to use the bathroom or something, but he's back, and then he attacks for 16, I take it, and he attacks with his Vanguard and IPG. I can't remember if this game I got to use the GB8 on him, but he doesn't check a stand trigger there, which is really good. So we go into Nociel. Then we use Refros in an attempt to get some better cards in our damage zone. So we put back 2 stands and a heal to get a Sariel and a heal, and then we draw the grade 2 Nociel. So drawing the grade 2 Nociel wasn't bad at all. because we're able to just shove a card in and take a card out, and then play Sariel, use the skill, and then we put, and another thing, it lets you search Nurse a Broken Heart, which is really good. So we attacked, we were kind of busting one, doing rescue. So our rescue check was nothing right there. And then we attacked for 12. And then we rescue check. Unfortunately, nothing again. And then we attack for 31. He G-guards. And then he uses the new G-guard, which I hate so much. Like, oh my god, I hate that card. Then he uses Chain Bolt skill to bind one for my drop zone. And then that's 26 to 26. And then that's 36. So 3 to pass. Oh yeah, because he used Vanquisher's GB2 to give power to his Vanguard. So he strides and then goes into... Whew, I need to get more sleep. Usually, guys, like, I'm on my way to a tournament right now or something like that after this, but 'tis why I never sleep. I do it for you guys. But he is using Rock Climb, unfortunately, to bind our card. I think that he should just went into his second voltage here, considering that I have, what, 8 cards bound? Yeah. I have literally 8 cards bound, and he would be giving plus 24 to his front row. And I most definitely could not guard that. But yeah, he is giving 10k to his front row. We just decided to G-guard this and Suriel it to see if we can maybe top deck a heal. And then do a heal rescue check, because that would actually help a lot. But we actually become 16. And then we PG and drop. And he checks a stand trigger. So I was like, man, that was the one card I needed you not to check. So we take it knowing that if we didn't take it, that he was just going to kill us with the other column anyways. But yeah, guys, that has been the GB8 Nociel build. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and show me that support. Thumbs up the video, and comment down in the section below. Let me know what you thought of the video, and also look forward to the 500 subscriber video that'll be coming out later today. And check out the crazy description for all the things down below. I will check you guys later, and it's been Josh from Cardfight Empire. Have a great day. Bye.